Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well. Probably you're getting this in the evening, so good evening. This is my first daily news headline that I'm going to be doing. I'm really excited to share a story that I am following and really think it impacts us. I'm in London. Where am I? I'm in a Pret. This is not sponsored. So you might hear some noise. I'm using my headphone here, but I said I'm going to do it by force, by fire. I'm going to do it. Anyway, the conflict in Iran is impacting European businesses quite badly. Well, not just even European businesses, but specific countries as well, particularly because a lot of these countries rely on natural gases from the Strait. Germany and the UK have been named most vulnerable by analysts to these energy shocks. In Germany, a company that creates cleaning products and has been doing this since 1872 has been holding crisis talks about how they're going to be able to deal with the rising cost of raw materials. Companies have been warning about cutting hundreds of jobs. Also, a potential merger has been postponed. Dividends have been cancelled. It's affecting a lot of people, and Germany is known to be Europe's industrial heartland. And when we talk about raw materials, I know a lot of conversation has been about oil and gas, but we're talking about the supply of fertilizers, sulfur, helium, aluminium. These are the type of things that we're referring to. Even pharmaceutical companies have been warning about potential delays in the future to the delivery of medicine, including cancer treatments, because certain routes have been closed due to the conflict in the Middle East. So it's impacting other industries as well. A lot of companies have had to deal with the war in Ukraine, Trump's tariffs, and now this war in the Middle East. And it seems the UK is being heavily impacted by the conflict compared to its international peers. Because today the UK reported that Britain's borrowing costs have surged to the highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. And this is because Britain heavily depends on imported natural gas. We've been dealing with persistent high inflation and public finances are stretched. So what's happening next? Well, the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has been having emergency meetings with top officials, trying to find the best possible way to deal with the situation and also deal with how it will impact the cost of living. And this comes as the government announced last week a £53 million relief for households that use heating oil to generate warmth. The UK's Finance Minister, Rachel Reeves, has said that it's too soon to say what impact the war will have on the British economy. But according to economists, these energy shocks could increase inflation back to 5% by the end of the year. Analysts have said that even if the war ends today, it will take some time for the world to stabilize again. And I know that we've seen a lot in terms of prices at the pump, and they usually give us an indication as to what is going on or if things are stabilizing. But as I mentioned earlier, there are so many other areas and so many other things outside of oil and gas that has been impacted by this war in the Middle East. And it'll be interesting to see in the UK what other things we might see in the next coming weeks or months or even this year that have been impacted by this war. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you tomorrow.